Now, at this point, Detective, are you looking at a receipt from Chili's?
Yes, I am.
What was it about that receipt from Chili's that kind of drew some suspicion from you, if any?
When I was interrogating her, she mentioned the receipt from Chili's. It was kind of quick that she had a receipt. That information came out before anything else. In the moments prior during the interview, she was having a hard time remembering how she got from place to place, where her day started, what time it started, who she got a car from. But she was very confident that she had a receipt in her possession from Chili's, and that stood out to me.
What about the condition of the receipt?
The receipt that she handed to me was very close to being pristine condition. There was very, very little, if any, creases in this receipt, and it was at the top of her wallet. So that did stick out.
Delgado hired a hitman to kill her ex-boyfriend's new love interest, Dr. Kendra Hatcher, in an uptown parking garage.
One of the things that I do as a detective, I know you've never been here before. At least I don't think you have.
No.
Okay. So you're probably a little nervous. You don't have to worry about, I'm not going to be yelling and doing slapping my hand on the table and that kind of stuff. That's not my style. The way that I work, I like to believe what people are telling me. I know sometimes when you're nervous, things may slip your mind, or you may get a little hurried and say things a little different. It's cool. Okay, I can understand those things because this is an intense situation for a lot of people. I'm about as laid back as it gets.
Okay.
Okay, so if it's something I'm asking you, if you don't understand what I'm saying, or if I'm talking too fast, or whatever it is, just ask me to repeat myself.
Can I, how did my name come up?
Okay, I'll explain all of that to you.
Yes, I want to know.
But I want to get, before I do that, I have an administrative thing that I have to do. This is a personal information sheet, and it just documents who I'm talking to. And it's a way for me to get to know you a little bit before we get into this, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you have any questions, you need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I just need to know.
Okay. Well, if you need to use the bathroom or any of that other stuff, just stop me, and we will make that happen. I want to make sure that you're comfortable while you're here.
Perfect.
Okay. Talk about why I need
I do.
Okay. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about, a young lady was killed. Kendra Hatcher was killed on Wednesday, September 2nd. Okay. She was dating, I think, a guy that you used to date. The way that your name came up in the investigation was linked to the vehicle. Okay, the Jeep, black Jeep. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit specifically about Wednesday, what you were doing Wednesday, and the incident involving the Jeep.
Of course.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Wednesday, I was in Carrollton,
Okay.
and I studied from maybe 12 all the way to like about 6. And then from 6 we went to Fuzzy's. We had some tacos at Fuzzy's in Carrollton. And then from Carrollton we went to the Chili's off of George Bush.
Okay.
And that was my day on Wednesday.
Okay.
Was it Wednesday?
Okay. Who were you studying with?
Billy, this guy, the classmate.
Okay. And you said was Billy with you?
Yeah, we went to Fuzzy's. Yeah, we went to Fuzzy's. We studied. Billy and I studied the whole day on Wednesday.
All day on Wednesday. Okay. And did he go with you to all of those locations?
He went with me to Fuzzy's, and then another friend met up with me at Chili's afterwards.
Okay. What's Billy's name?
Billy Nguyen. Billy Nguyen.
How do you spell that?
Billy.
Okay.
Nguyen. I don't know.
Is he
He's Asian.
Asian. Okay. And Nguyen. Okay.
So I was with him pretty much like the whole day on Wednesday.
Now, why are you studying in Carrollton?
Why?
Yeah.
The library in Carrollton, because that's like a half point between both of us.
Which library?
It's the Carrollton Library off of Josie.
Josie.
Yep. Josie and Whitlock. It's kind of like you exit Whitlock off of 35.
Okay. I know exactly where you're talking about. It's right by.
And we register like a study room and everything, and we like.
Is there a lake beside it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's apartments.
All right. I think it's Keller Springs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Keller Springs and Josie, before Josie, yeah.
Okay. Now, what time did you have the room registered for?
From 12 all the way to 5:30.
12 to 5:30, and you stayed there from 12 to 5:30?
Yes.
Okay.
And then from there we went to eat at Fuzzy's.
Okay, Fuzzy's. Where's Fuzzy's at?
Right after, is it Josie? Yeah, Josie, right after Josie.
Fuzzy's right over Joseph. Okay.
And we had some tacos, and we kept studying just like with the application that we studied.
Is it northbound on Joseph?
Like kind of passing the George Bush.
Okay. So, put this up so I can keep good track of everything. So, what time did you get there again? You said 12? Was it 12?
Yeah.
12 to 5:30?
Yep. 5:30.
Carrollton Library.
Yep.
Okay, and from 5:30 to
Maybe like 6:30, we went to Fuzzy's.
did he was it one of those things? Was it is this like a date thing? Is you guys got
No, he was
just a
we're
classmate?
classmates,
Just okay.
I'm dating, but I mean, he's not someone.
He's not.
No, he's not the type.
Okay. What time did you guys leave there?
We left like around 8:30, probably.
8:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the receipt in my bag. I can tell you exactly the time I closed down.
Okay.
Probably, yeah, it was after 8.
Okay.
It was after 8.
What did you guys eat?
We shared fried pickles.
Fried pickles.
I already had them, so he ordered fried pickles, and I was just we were talking.
Okay. What time did you get there?
Right around 7-ish, like 7:30-ish around there.
Okay. 7:30. All right. You said you had a receipt in your bag.
Yeah, I can show you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's get that.
yeah, of course. I thought I can give you other numbers I can. We closed out at 8. Actually, it was later. 8:57.
Okay. You close that. Please.
Go ahead. No, yeah, keep it. I'll leave it. Yeah, it was the only answer that late. It was, I can't just say it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna open the Carol. Let me hot and fuzzies. So,
What did you have on that day?
what did I have on? I had another Stadex, kind of like this.
Black Spanish.
Yeah, same shoes. So I don't remember. Our waitress is on there. She was, because my phone died, so I was trying to go without a phone, and she kind of helped me to get charged.
Charger.
Monica, maybe?
Yeah. It's about 9 o'clock.
9:50 or what is that time? We left right after.
8:57.
Yeah, we left back out the first time.
8:54. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
So you left right there. So roughly 9 o'clock. Where'd you go then?
I went home.
You went home. Okay. Straight to your house. Nowhere else.
Yes.
How long have you known Jose?
I've known him since I was 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
We grew up together.
Okay. So he's from Pleasant Grove too?
Yeah, we went to school together, and his sister and I were friends, so we're basically family.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that happens. When did you learn about Kendra?
I have no idea. I kind of see feed, but I really don't know what's going on. Like, I have no idea. But I'm saying, like, let me know how I can help, or how can I be a source, or.
Oh, no, I'm saying, what did you say? I'm sorry. All you see is feet?
Like on the, say, like, they're sharing, like, someone was, like, a feed on Kendra, and that's all I know.
Oh, a feed?
Feed on Facebook,
Okay.
and that's all I know, but I have
That's
no
how you
idea.
found out it was from Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Facebook, and then
Were you and her friends on Facebook?
no, I don't know who the girl is. Like, I have no idea.
When did you find out that she was there?
I think like the next day.
Okay. Did you know who she was?
No, I did not.
Okay. So you didn't know that she
I have
was...
no idea. No, I don't know who the girl is.
But she dated, do you know who she dates currently?
I just got a message from my friend, my Ricky, and then he just kind of, I didn't see it till like the next morning.
Okay.
But like, he was just like, hey, you know, he was just very sad. I have no idea, like, this, as far as like who he was seeing, as far as, I mean, we broke up a year ago, so we just become friends, like, we're just really close friends, that's it.
Okay. One of the things that I want to ask you for, to kind of confirm your location, is to ask you for consent to look at your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. That way I can look at all the call logs, have the times, and we can make sure that I can just back up your timeline from your phone. Okay. Do you mind giving me these numbers for these people?
Yeah. That's it, but he's very discreet, he never gives any information.
Yeah.
Ever. Even like about me or the ex-wife, he was married, you know, so.
I know that.
He was married, so then right after he got divorced, like, we met, and that's when, but he never, like, said anything, like, wrong or what she did, like, very respectful guy. So never, like, I mean, you don't want to talk to your ex-girlfriend about a new girlfriend, and even though we're friends, and I'm like, you know, I'm here for you, like, anything that he needs.
So, how long did you guys date?
Like 2 years and a half, I think.
Wow.
2 years and a half, like, very long time.
Okay. Was it, I know obviously by being 2.5 years, you guys were pretty serious then?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no. He was just getting out of this divorce, so I knew that he wasn't very, like, stable as far as, like...
Ready to settle back?
Yeah. So I think, I mean, and I was busy with school too. I think so we were both at the same, like, just busy with school. He was busy with school.
So it worked out?
Yeah.
Where did you guys, how did it work? I mean, did you guys live in the same area? Did you guys live together? How did that?
We did live together.
Y'all lived together?
We lived together.
Okay.
We moved in together shortly after we met.
The reason I'm asking is it's just kind of, you know, a lot of times, I know, I can only speak for myself. I know a lot of my...
You're not married.
Well, I am, but I don't, yeah, I do so much stuff that I don't...
Or you're...
Yeah. I know in the past, most of the girls that I've dated, it's been very hard to maintain any kind of friendship with those girls. And I know some of them, I would hope that some of them, at least one or two, will say some nice things about me, but I don't know if all of them would. And so when I heard you say that, you know, he's a good guy and that, you know, you guys must have ended on pretty good terms.
I mean, nothing happened, honestly. Like, what really, like, nothing, he was never, like, a liar, a cheater. We both respected each other. Like, so we ended up, like, in really good terms. Like, you know, we stayed good friends. He doesn't have family here, so his family was just, like, myself and his coworkers or something like that, and whatever he needed. Hey, do you know, or do you need, you know, just very a close friendship. Like, we didn't end, like, in bad terms.
Okay.
So even like I said, I knew it because the next day he sent me a message, and then I'm like,
So he sent you a message, was that yesterday?
I saw it, no, I think that night, but I didn't see it because I was like around 10:30, and I was on my Mac.
Okay.
So it went through the Mac messaging. So then when I logged in the next morning, yeah, and I'm like you can look at my logs, I'm like, hey, like, I just saw this morning, and I called him, and his sister wasn't already.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's pretty much where it went.
Okay.
And I was just like, if you need anything, like, I'm here, as always.
How often do you guys talk?
Maybe, like, good morning, like, maybe once a week or twice, or, like, just kind of, how are you?
Okay.
Of course, like, how's your exam? You know, I passed, like, just.
But you guys kind of like, more like friends, I guess.
Oh, of course.
You guys keep up with each other, like if something like if he's going through something like studying, like you're studying now, like he may call you and say good luck today or
yeah.
something. Okay.
And the next, you know, like the last exam, it was just congratulations, you know, like, but that's it, very just, how you doing, how he's doing. He never spoke about what he's doing.
Okay.
It's personal. With thingy videos, like I said, he's very discreet.
Okay.
Very discreet, even to his mom. Even to his mom or his dad, like he just has that personality that he keeps everything to himself. So I'm never like, as far as who he's seen, who he's going out with.
You never got involved?
No, never. And I don't want as long as he's happy. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's a great guy. We just stayed friends, but we ended up like in really good terms. Like, no.
When did you guys break up?
Last year, like in June.
Last year?
Yeah, that's 2014.
Okay.
And then we just became friends. Like, we'd
How long did it take?
To be friends?
I mean, was it something instantly?
It never went. No, we called each other every day,
Okay.
and then we just kind of give support each other. Like he was like saying it's hard for me and it's hard for you too, but we just kind of kept it at a like friend level.
Okay.
Just kind of like, yeah, like this is hard, and he's like, I know it's hard, but he was just like, I figure out what I want to do.
Did you guys ever like, after you guys separated, was there ever any downtime with you guys, or like where you guys were talking about and maybe getting back with each other?
In the beginning of the year, like December, like the beginning of the year, we kind of talked to see, but because it had never progressed to like anything. And then he was leaving, so then I was just like, it's, you know.
Where was he? Where did he go?
He has a contract, I think, somewhere like in California.
Okay. Now, he had to leave in January?
No, next month, I think.
Okay, so next month he has to go out to
Yeah,
California.
I think so, October. Somewhere in October.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I'm just asking questions because I have to ask them. I mean, it's just part of the job.
Of course.
It's going to seem really intrusive, and I hate getting personal details, but it's just something that I have to do.
Of course.
Have you guys been, when was the last time you guys were intimately involved?
We were maybe like in February.
Okay.
February was the last time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know,
Like January, February. And that was the last, like, during Valentine's. And that's it.
okay, did he mention to you, like, well, I guess since you guys are broken up, do you guys ever know when you guys are dating, like, when you started dating your boyfriend, did you tell him, hey, I have a boyfriend now?
We don't talk about it.
You never brought it up, so it's just kind of
I mean,
like,
he does. He asked me, where are you going after school? And I said, I'm dating someone, maybe like Hawaii, you know, he's finishing up school in Hawaii. I was like, maybe. I said, but we don't know. I was like, we'll see what happens, you know, just because he's finishing school too.
okay,
And never, like, as far as, but he, like I said, he was just like, he's very discreet man. Like, I never, and I'm not one to ask him because I know how he is. Like,
Right.
if I ask him, it's negative. So he has to tell me, you know.
yeah. The only reason I'm asking is it would be hard for me to, I know that I would, even on the girlfriend side, if I had a girlfriend and a female calls me, I would have to give an explanation of, you know, who is this female that I'm talking to. You know, most girlfriends are going to expect that. I'm sure that when he was your boyfriend, if you saw a girl's number pop up in his phone, you
I'm
would.
not jealous. I trust him like 100%, and he would do the same. Like,
Okay.
there's nothing. We could leave our phones there, and we would never. I went through a very hard like relationship when I was 18, and he was like really, really abusive, and I just kind of learned young not to be, you know, jealous.
Yeah.
And, like, it got into my head like pretty well, so I think I learned pretty young like that jealous stuff is not good, you know. Like, I almost got killed. Like, he like ran over me like so much, you know, that I think that I learned really young, and I was 18. And I'm glad I learned young because after that, I'm like, it made me strong, you know. I won't take any abuse. He was so abusive towards me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Like, we went to court, you know, and we were restraining orders. And so the next, I don't have history of dating a lot just because the same. And I, like, as a young child, like, abused, you know, like, sexually abused. So I'm just really close as far as who I let in, you know.
Okay.
So it's just, that's the thing that we just trusted each other. Like, we don't have anything to hide, and he never disrespected me like in any type of way. It's vice versa. We just trusted each other. Like, it wasn't anything like crazy.
I realized there was something that I wanted to show you, and I don't have it. Give me about 30 seconds and I'll be right back to you and tissue.
No.
Okay. You recognize this guy?
Yes.
Who is that?
That's my friend Joe.
Joe? Okay. Where do you know her from?
He's the one that let me pick me up from Chili's at the 9.
Okay. Do you recognize Joe?
That vehicle, I think that's his vehicle.
Okay. So I want to make sure that that's why I wanted to get your story and your timeline. Because I definitely talked to Jose, and some things that he said are very different from what you're saying. And I don't know, like I said, if it's because you're nervous or what it is, but I just want to make sure that I get all this straight. And so you were only in this vehicle at one time?
And yeah, in Carrollton.
In Carrollton. Okay, so if I go get the video from the library, what am I going to see?
You're going to see me studying from...
From the parking lot. What am I going to see in the parking lot?
In what parking lot?
The library.
I'm with Billy in the Honda.
So how did you get to the library?
I got to the library. Crystal dropped me off.
Crystal dropped you off the library. Okay, so what am I going to see in the parking lot when you're getting there?
Crystal dropping me off.
Where did she drop you off at?
Kind of like towards the front of the building.
Okay, so I'm going to see you getting out of the black Jeep at the front of the building. Okay. And I'm going to see the black Jeep drive off. It's not going to park anywhere, it's going to drive off. Okay. And that was the only time you were in that?
Yes.
Okay. Because I got a very different story from Jose. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to Cedar Springs? Been on Cedar Springs? You know where? Do you know where the murder happened at? The 1700 block of Cedar Springs.
Oh no! I've never been on Cedar Springs. I've never done like the gay bars in Cedar Springs.
Oh no! Over by Cedar Springs and near the Parole Museum. There's some apartments right here at 1700 Cedar Springs.
I've been to the Mesalaya to have dinner.
Okay. When was the last time you've been in that area?
I was there maybe 2 months ago.
2 months ago. So on Wednesday, did you go in that area?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? No. At no time were you in that area?
No, sir.
Okay.
So.
Okay. What I'd like to do is give Crystal a call and get her, because it's still trying to verify some stories. So what I want to do, I'll give Crystal a call and see if she can come down here. Does she have a car?
No, it's still not working.
It's still not working. So maybe we can send somebody to pick her up.
She said like, you know, that her car was just like turning on and like the battery and that it wasn't working.
Okay. We'll give her a call real quick and I'll see if we can get her down here. So I'll have to get this straightened out today and get everything worked out so I don't have to keep bothering you again, so we can get this done and over with.
Stressed with the school.
Yeah, I want to get this over with. Since you made an effort to come down today, I want to make sure we get everything taken care of.
We can go pick her up.
What's her number?
Her number is in my contacts.
Oh, so you don't remember it?
Okay. I don't remember anybody's number.
Okay.
Maybe like my parents.
Let me go grab. I think I wrote it.
He'll be right back.
Thank you.
You want coffee? I think we got coffee.
Maybe like some water. Like, is this your water? You like
No, that's there's some orange thing over there.
Few people. One of the things that happened today, you know, over the last couple of days, I talked to a few people, and I received some phone calls, okay? Not too sure about, you know, the story that you're telling me the story that I've heard from Louise. It's some differences. Some differences in the story. One of the things that I need to ask you about is, when's the last time you seen Louise?
I saw Louise. Was it? I think yesterday I saw Louise.
Okay. Where'd you see him at?
At his house.
At his house. What time was that?
Maybe around 10.
At 10. What did you guys talk about?
I just told him about my car and he can fix me. He has my Lexus right now.
So you asked him if he could fix your Lexus?
Yes.
Okay, and what happened?
He took it.
He took you? And where did you go?
Home. He dropped me.
He dropped you off? With what?
With my car.
With your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he go by his shop at all? Did you guys go by his shop?
His shop. No, I didn't go by his shop that day. Only to drop off? Yeah. We just went to the house. We went to my house.
You went to your house?
I went to my house.
He's telling me that you guys went by his shop and dropped off his Jeep. And very specifically, this same Jeep that we're talking about that got dropped off at his shop, the same Jeep that you borrowed from him, the same Jeep that Crystal was in, the same Jeep is the same Jeep that was at the scene of my crime. Okay? This same Jeep was in a conversation that you and him had last night at his house. Very specific conversation about this Jeep and about what happened Wednesday. Do you remember that conversation?
I told her that Crystal was driving the car.
Okay. Since you found out what happened with this incident and what happened involving his Jeep, what have you talked to Crystal about?
What have I talked to Crystal about? I haven't talked to her about anything.
So you didn't talk to her about what happened in his Jeep?
No, I just told what she was doing. I asked her what she was doing.
What'd she say?
She said that she went to eat at the restaurant, by Missile, with her son.
Okay.
And that's what she told me, that she was
What restaurant?
by Missile Maya, I think.
She ate at Messamar, or she went to a restaurant by Messamar?
She said that she was trying to park to eat at the restaurant.
Okay, she was trying to park and eat at the restaurant.
And that's it. She said that she couldn't find a parking space, and then she left.
And then she left. Okay. And she didn't go inside and eat?
She said that she was trying to find parking, and then she was trying to find parking around the area, and then she left. That's all she told me.
Okay, did she tell you where she found parking at?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
But she said, that she was just kind of going into the restaurant to eat around that time.
Okay. This video, because we have video of that garage. Are you and Crystal related?
No.
Okay, because I haven't seen Crystal, but I can tell you that picture of the young lady driving that Jeep looks a lot like you.
Yeah, you can talk to Crystal. No, I was.
Okay, I'm just saying that picture looks a lot like you. I don't know if you guys aren't related.
No, we're not related.
Not at all, but it's very similar to you. Okay.
No, she was driving. Crystal was driving that car.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you that.
Right.
And other people have called and said, "Hey, Detective Barnes, I know who that girl is driving that vehicle." I received that phone call not from people that are just barely know you, but people that know you well. And they came to me and said, "Hey, I think the girl driving that truck is Brenda."
No, I wasn't driving. I was in Carrollton the whole time.
Okay. Well, my thing is that, why are people saying that you were driving that?
I don't know. I was in the Carrollton that whole day.
Well, like I said,
But, I was in Carrollton the whole time, and Crystal was the one who was driving the car. I was never inside the car.
so you never once asked her, so you think is this in your mind, would you say it's a big coincidence that your ex-boyfriend's girlfriend ends up dead, and your friend ends up driving in the same parking lot that this happens at, around the same time that it happens, in a Jeep that you borrowed.
I think I Crystal borrowed the Jeep. I think that's what we're getting, because I wasn't. She needed the car.
Okay.
I didn't need the car.
But even that though, this is what I'm saying. Okay, Crystal borrows the Jeep. She borrows the Jeep from your friend.
Yes.
The key thing in all this is you. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. The Jeep, the way Crystal gets the Jeep is through you.
Yeah.
Okay. The young lady that ends up dead, her boyfriend, the relation is you. You to him to her. Crystal ends up in this parking garage. Your friend's Jeep, your ex-boyfriend's girlfriend. All three of those things point back to you. That is you. You're the common theme in all of these things. So what I'm asking you is, how does this happen? And that would make me very uncomfortable if my friend was in this area. My friend is borrowing my other friend's Jeep, and my ex-boyfriend's girlfriend gets killed.
I asked her. I said, "What were?" She said that she went to do errands, and then that she was gonna eat at that restaurant, and that she went in and out, like she went to find a parking space, and that's it. That's all it is. She had her kid with her. That's all.
Well, there's more to the situation than that. There really is. There's more to the situation than somebody looking for a parking spot. Somebody looking for a parking spot never got anybody killed. They never did. There's more to this story than that. And what's going to happen, this investigation is going to evolve, okay? And what I want to tell you is that nobody, I don't care how good friends think they are, or how tight bonds are between one person and another person. Since I've been doing this job, I haven't met one person that's been willing to get charged for murder for somebody else that they didn't do. I don't care how tight they are. I'm not going to do that. Okay? My job with this, what I do here, it's not just about finding a bad guy. That's what it looks like to everybody else. But my job is, I want to find a story. Because what I'm searching for is the truth. That's why I wear this. I'm searching for truth. I'm not searching for good guy, bad guy. That's not my job. My job is to put out, this is what happened, this is why this happened, and where do we go from here?
Yeah.
That's what my job is, okay? And I know that sometimes people make mistakes, and I understand especially emotions are involved when it comes to relationships. You know, one of the things that I looked at on the internet the other day, I like to read the comments on the stories to see what people are saying. I looked at comments, you know what people are saying about this? Love triangle. I'm not as interested. So, I know that behind every case, there's a story. This is not just, it's not like this is a fairy tale that somebody's reading. This is real lives. These are people's emotions. Things are real when dealing with these cases. And like I said, I'm here to find the truth. I'm not here to point any fingers at you, but when something doesn't add up, I have to confront you with the issue in order to find the truth.
Right.
Okay? So I want to ask you very specifically, that day when you talked to Crystal, what did she tell you? Because I know that you didn't just take that as, oh, you were looking for a parking space and that's it.
She said that she had her son with her and that she was going to get some food at Meso and that she was in that location.
But don't you think it's a little strange though that your ex-boyfriend's?
I had no, like I told you, I had.
But you saw it on Facebook. You said you saw it in your news feed the next day, and then he texted you and said, "Hey, my."
The next day, that's when I found out. Like it was the next day.
Okay, so he messaged you and said, "Hey."
And I didn't know like where she lived. You know, like
right.
I had no idea.
Well, here's the thing. So when he tells you, "Hey, my girlfriend was killed," because he told you that, right?
No.
You said he messaged you.
He just said like that he was sad and that his girlfriend. He said.
Girlfriend got killed.
No, he said his girlfriend died or something like that.
And you didn't ask why or what happened?
Yeah, I the next day he said he didn't know.
He said he didn't know what happened to her.
He didn't talk about it.
But you never asked. You never asked what happened to your girlfriend.
Yeah, he never. I asked. I said, "What happened?" He didn't really talk about it.
You know, what we do with these investigations, we understand that every case is different, but certain things we do with every investigation. And it's kind of helped, like I said, to verify stories. Part of the reason that I needed to use your phone was to help verify your story. Okay, that you were in Carrollton. Then when you say you're in Carrollton. Because people have told me that that photo is Brenda. Okay. It's kind of hard for me to believe, and I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. It's kind of hard for me to understand how Crystal ends up at the crime scene of your ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend, the only girl that he's dated between you and him, the only girl he's been in a serious relationship. I won't say dated, because he could have been on dates with several girls. I know he told me that you called him out on a date one time. You walked in the same place that he was at.
I didn't call him out.
No, you called him out. Like you guys, you go to the same place and he's having lunch with someone.
Yeah.
Okay, but the last person that he was in a serious relationship with was you, right? And so now he's in a serious relationship with this girl over a few months, and she ends up dead. And at the same time she ends up dead, someone killed her. Your friend's driving a car that belongs to your other friend. Do you see how all this happens? You know, you take Crystal to his shop to get his truck, and now she ends up on the video at a crime scene next to your ex-boyfriend's dead girlfriend. Do you see how weird that seems?
Yeah, I understand.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you think Crystal is going to say about this?
I don't know. I mean, you can really talk to her and.
I mean, because I really feel like that there's more to your story. You told me, one of the things you told me is that you're very honest and you believe in, from what the feeling I get from you is that you have a spiritual background. I don't know, but you seem like you come from a very strong, religious upbringing. Okay, I feel like, honestly, just keeping it real, that you're not telling me the whole truth. Because I know very specifically, I was told by another individual about a conversation that you had with him last night. And specifically, you didn't want your parents to know about what's going on with this vehicle.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's what I was told.
Yeah.
That you didn't want anybody to know what was going on. You didn't want anybody to go to the police and talk about this truck.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's what I was told.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why somebody would tell me that. Maybe you can help me understand it. But I don't know why somebody would tell me that, that was said.
Yeah.
So when you went over yesterday, there was no conversation between you and Luis about this Jeep.
No, that's not true. I didn't tell him anything about.
You didn't tell him anything that. You didn't tell me. Did you guys go get a beer from anywhere?
Yeah, we had a drink.
Where did you get a beer from?
From a gas station.
From a gas station. And what did you do? Where did you go back and drink that beer at?
We went to his house.
And what were you guys talking about while you were drinking this beer?
We were just talking about if he could help me fix the car, that's all.
I'm not really buying that either. I don't really believe that, to be honest with you. Because if I'm dropping off a car with somebody, I don't need to drink a beer to talk about my car. That's not going to happen. But what I would like to talk about is why this video, or this picture from a video of his truck is on the news. Because now the police are going to be climbing up his ass, looking for this truck. Because this girl has been killed and his truck is on the video. And there was witnesses in this garage. This was in broad daylight. It was broad daylight. It was at 7:45. The sun was still up. People were walking dogs, specifically. The person driving the vehicle, their face wasn't covered up at all. So people walked past that Jeep, and there was even people that drove past it when they were trying to get access to this garage that are able to say, yes, this is the person that I saw driving this Jeep. All of these things are happening for a reason. This is not some science that we're, this is a scientific equation. There's a method to everything that we do at this job. And I'm telling you, it is very important for me to get to the story that what happened on this. And I want to find out the story. Okay? And I just want you to be completely honest with me.
Like I said, it was, the time framing was like in Carrollton, I was studying, and Crystal had the car. That's
Okay, so Crystal has this car.
mm-hmm.
Okay. But was anybody with Crystal when she had this car?
She was with her kid.
Who else?
That's it.
No, because there was another adult in this car.
She told me she was there with a kid. That's
Well, I'm telling you that there was another adult in this car.
Yeah.
So here's my question. It's not really a question, more of a statement. So 30 minutes between the time that this vehicle was at a crime scene to the time that you're seeing her. So you talk to her before you leave Chili's, and then you meet up with her right after, and there was no interaction. No, what have you been up to?
Yeah, we said, what were you doing? And she said that she had to do some errands. She had a son with her, and that she was gonna go eat around Meso. And that's all she told me.
That's all she told you, that she went to go eat, and that was it. Was she acting different?
No. She just had her son with her and said it was asleep, and she said that she had her son with her and that her son was tired.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna find out what happened to this young lady. I owe that to her family. I owe that to her mom. Just like I would do the same thing if something happened to you.
Yeah.
You know, one of the hardest things about doing this is having to deal with grieving families. You know, there's nothing that really you can kind of compare that to. But it makes something inside of you. It gives you determination that you're not going to stop until you find out the truth. And so my advice to you is to be honest. Okay?
Yes.
Because your honesty is only going to benefit you. Because I'm going to find out the truth one way or another. Okay? Now, I know that you have communicated with Crystal. And today, who are you? What's your lady's name that you're studying with? Meredith. Have you been using her phone today?
Yeah, I called. I made a phone call from home because my phone wasn't receiving calls.
Who did you call?
I called Crystal to see what she was doing.
You called Crystal today to see what she was doing. What was she doing?
She was at home and she was trying to get her car started.
Where does she live at?
She lives on 20.
20 and what? Have you ever been to her house?
By 20 and kind of where 20 and it's around 20 and 35.
20 and 35. She live in a house or apartment?
Yes.
A house. Who does she live with?
She lives with her grandma.
Her grandma? What I want you to understand is that I'm not here to point a finger at you. You understand that? I'm not here, but I have a job to do. And that your name has come up as being the person that's driving this vehicle.
Yeah.
That your name being people that, like I said, that know you, that have known you not for a couple weeks, not for a couple months, but have known you for years, said, yes, this is who is driving this vehicle. I know that for a fact.
No, I wasn't driving. I for a fact, honest to God, I was not driving.
You were not driving?
No, sir.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a Christian and I wouldn't not, there's 100%, I'm telling you, I'm not.
Well, you know, the whole thing with being a Christian is that even Christians make mistakes. And I understand that because I make mistakes.
Yeah, but I was not driving, I wasn't driving. I'm telling you, I was not, I don't know what people are saying. I mean, if you see Crystal, maybe she has a resemblance to his friend.
Do you think she does?
Yeah, I mean.
You think you guys look alike?
Yeah. I think maybe that's why, but I don't understand, all these people are saying that it's me.
So let me ask you this, how does Crystal end up in a garage at the same time as your ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend?
I think she was saying that she was going to eat at that restaurant at the Miss Ohio.
Let me ask you this, have you ever talked to Richard about getting back together since you guys broke up? You guys never had a conversation about, you told me that you tried again in February on Valentine's Day this year.
No, we didn't try to, we were seeing each other, like, until then, and then we just kind of went our separate ways.
So seeing each other, what does that mean?
Like hanging out, like going out to dinners and stuff.
So you guys were intimate
Yeah.
during this time. Even though you guys weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, you were still intimate.
I mean, we were in that category, like, of dating, like, exclusive.
You were exclusive, so it was only you and only him.
Yeah.
So you were dating. So you guys just really broke up in February.
Yeah, about February.
And then he started dating this new girl around May.
I'm not sure when.
When did you get your apartment?
I got it in October of last year.
October of last year. Why did you get an apartment?
Because we lived together and then we split in June. And that's when we split, and then we were just
So you guys split, but you still lived with each other?
We stayed at each other's house often, that's all.
No, I mean, so you guys broke up in June of last year, right?
Yes.
Okay. And October of last year is when you got your current apartment.
Yes.
Where did you stay between June and October?
With a friend.
With the person, you didn't live with him
No.
during that time? Okay, so you lived with a friend until October, then you got your own space. And throughout this whole time, from June all the way until this week, Monday, it was the last time you saw him? Yesterday.
Who was that?
Richard.
I talked to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday, yeah.
So all the way from June until you broke up until yesterday, you guys have remained in some sort of communication and been talking to him. How did you feel about him moving on with his life?
I mean, he's been moved on, he's been moved on since maybe like February. He was dating, but
Were you ready to break up when you guys broke up?
in January, in January, we were just kind of like not broken up, but like still trying to figure things out. But I mean, I told him, and I was like, there's nothing that I can do or say or or each other that. So we just remained friends. That's all we did.
Who broke it off with who?
After his exam, he just kind of said that he needed time to figure things out, like to see what he wanted to do.
Right. And so you guys had space then.
And yeah, we had space.
And so when was his exam?
In July.
June, July of
last year.
And then, so you were with him for, at that point, how long?
We were like maybe 2 years.
2 years together. And then he says, hey, I finished my exam, I need some space. And then you guys still kind of talk on the phone, but
we still like communicate, like we still saw each other.
were you seeing anybody else during that time?
I've been dating ever since.
I mean, during that time when he says we need space. But sometimes space can mean, I'm not dating anybody else, I don't want to date anybody right now, I need to figure this out. Sometimes space can mean, me and you are still exclusive, I just need a break because I got a lot going on in my life, but maybe in a couple weeks we can work this out. Sometimes space means I never want to see you again, I have somebody else. What did this space mean to you?
The space is just, I think we just kind of said for him to, as far as him being divorced and just figuring out things like what was the next step, like in his life.
Okay. So once he decides, did you ever ask him, hey, when is this space going to be over with? What are we doing here?
Not really. I mean, I just kind of
just moved on with your life?
I just kind of let it go. Yeah, I just kind of let it go.
So who moved on first, you or him?
I think both at the same time. Like he started dating right away, and so did I. Like we started seeing other people.
So y'all did it at the same time?
Around the same time frame, I was already. Just going on casual dates without no one exclusive.
Okay, so who got exclusive first?
I met someone right after we broke up, and we were seeing each other, it didn't work out. And then I've just been dating ever since.
Okay, so how do you guys get back together? What happened with that?
It was maybe like November, like when we started just to kind of talk.
How did it start?
It started like maybe just hanging out a lot more. Did
that make some of those old feelings come back?
And he just kind of said, no, because I was already careful. Because I knew the type of guy that he was. Like,
what kind of guy is he?
Like, he's just very, like, as far as emotional, like, he was not, like, stable. So I just kind of had to like a guard up already. Like I wasn't really.
Well, and see, that part, maybe my experiences are different, but I know that, especially for women, it's very hard to keep their emotions away when you guys you've had history together. So you're telling me that it was easy for you to keep your guard up with him, and you guys been together almost 2 years, and now you take a little break and you're back seeing each other, being intimate again, and it was easy for you to keep your guard up against him?
I think it was just kind of, I didn't let my feelings like go 100% and as in the beginning. Just in the beginning, it was just more 100%, and then this time that we kind of started seeing each other again, it was more like, I had like more of a guard up.
So you had no idea that he was dating a dentist?
No, I didn't.
So you had never talked to any of your friends about that? You never had any conversations about him moving on with his life and dating a dentist?
No, I didn't know. That's what I'm telling you. He never spoke to me about anything.
How did you feel about him moving to San Francisco?
I already knew since we met this one.
But how did you feel about it? The time is coming up close. Do you feel like it's completely over between you and him?
No, because we stayed friends, and he just kind of said, like, you can come visit, like, whatever. I really didn't take it. I already knew since we met, like, his space was back home. Since we met, like, he put that on the table, like, his home was California.
Okay. I'm gonna step out for a minute and I will be right back.